Hello, my lovelies. I am back. Yes, she's back. Yes, she's back. I'm back from my month-long prospecting trip a couple of nights ago. And yesterday I was already at it. I'd done a short video, but it just took so long to edit that I decided to do this short video just to say hello. We'll have a quick snippet of what happened to my plants, but I will have a longer video of showing what happened to my plants while I was away, because we had record frost for a whole week and rain at the same time, so a lot of my plants have been covered in ice basically and did not have time to thaw out. So I'm already expecting a few deaths in or catastrophe with my babies. So but this video I'm mainly doing this just to say because I was away for a month and I have hundreds of comments that I would really like to get back to or reply, but because of time constraints I won't be able to, or it's going to take me a while to reply to them. So I'm just requesting to some of you guys who left a comment while I was away that to leave your urgent comments if you've got questions about your succulents or having problems with them or what to do with them, and hopefully I can give you an answer or provide or share my experiences with them. So no promises. I'll try my best to answer your questions. So anyway, now let's go have a look at beautiful succulents. Hello there, my name is Liz, a self-confessed succulent addict. Welcome to my channel, Growing Succulents. So these areas that I was standing in will be, I will be featuring this on my next video, but for the meantime, I'm going to take you out into the garden because this is still sort of semi-protected because I've got overhead covering, and also a lot of the plants here I really don't want to kill. So that's why I protect them. So they're mainly for growing. These are plants that are not acclimatized or in the process of being acclimatized. Some of them I've had for a couple of years, but a lot of them are what I consider babies. They're not acclimatized to this area yet. So it's going to take about 3 years at least to acclimatize a plant, to get the mother plant to acclimatize and produce babies. So the process takes a long time. So if I say, for example, if I buy a new plant, say a Romeo Rubin, take for example here, or maybe a champagne and a Chevrier champagne, then I would need to acclimatize them for a couple of years at least before I could put them out in the garden, if I could put them out in the garden, because a lot of them, no amount of acclimatizing will harden them. They will still die if you have conditions like what we had wherein it was continuous of frost for a whole week. So they haven't got time to thaw out, and of course you haven't even thawed out yet and you're ready, here comes another frost again, and of course you are going to die, well, as far as the succulents are concerned. But anyway, I'm gonna take you to the open area, which is basically in the garden, but we'll have a sneak peek as well on the ones that are here that are in the open. So these agavoides here, they're very tough. So I've got Frank Hybrid, Frank Reynolds, and agavoides number 40. So which is, this is agavoides number 40. Frank Hybrid, I call it summer pink because in summer it goes all pink. And now you see the winter color is just as beautiful as well. Well, it's sort of more orangey, but in summer it's just like nice pink. Anyway, up the top there, that's Frank Reynolds. So Frank Reynolds sort of dull in winter, but in summer that's where the intense color comes out. And also this aloe here, the aloe aculeatea, anyway, this one is beautiful, and that's already seen a few frosts. This is now 2 years out in the open in the frost. And this one here is Scatella. This Scatella is so beautiful, but this is all out in the open. This is not frost hardy, by the way. They can only take up to -4, but in my observation, but this Scatella here has already survived a couple of winters. Well, one winter here and the other winter was a bit lower. I put it somewhere a little bit protected over there last winter. But this winter you can see that the edges are being burned by the frost, but otherwise the plant is alive, and that's an important thing. That's an important key thing for me, is to keep the plants alive, because where they're gonna grow, oh hang on, my ebony, this is my ebony that I had chopped. So from one ebony that I chop, look how many babies I've got now. Look how thick that is. I didn't even notice you. Oh my goodness. So I got 1 2 3 4 heads from that in maybe in spring I could maybe pull them apart and have them as individual plants, but that's another video. But for now I'm gonna take you out in the front, where all these plants that I'm growing are meant to eventually be residing permanently. So the idea is to grow them from the protected area into the open area that I shown you, where my Frank Reynolds and Agavoides number 40 is over there in that open area. And I got more open plants up the top, and I've done a video of aerial shot of what these areas look like. So from the shaded area to the open area to the more open area, like these ones are all ready to go into the garden. I already know that if I do put these ones in the garden, they will be in the state that they're in right now. They're not going to get affected by the frost. And these acacia ponds, oh my goodness, look how beautiful you are. Wow, the color, those two babies have changed color. So I think for lack of direct light over here, so if I put that in the garden, then that might show off more color. So anyway, so these ones next spring, they are, or when I have to find the time, because I'm just a bit busy at the moment. There's always something going on in my life and happening. Anyway, but these ones are all gonna go in the garden. So now let's go to the garden. Now in this area, this is what I'm trying to achieve. I'm hoping that my entire garden would kind of have this look. And a lot of these plants here now, they are Graptophytum supreme. These ones, very hardy. This one is ghost plant. Yes, ghost plant, but it's really fat. And this is some sort of Agavoides. I can't specifically, I don't really have the specific name for this, but it's just Agavoides species. And comic tom. Look how beautiful the comic tom is, or comic tom. And look at them. They're almost like, actually, turning into like a sedum clavatum look. And I'm liking it. Look at that. How about that? So that one is sort of got yellow and green, blotchy. Okay, so it's a little bit blotchy because of the cold, but otherwise it's alive. And I like the sedum clavatum form. So maybe I'm gonna plant more of this. So I think 3.5 years, and look how much plants I've got. Hang on, this one I can't help myself. And they grow so easily. It's like you just do that. That's the flower. We don't worry about that, but then this just becomes compost. We throw it there. So, and this also agave. This agave is a smaller form of quadricolor, a smaller form of agave, so which gives it texture. And also sedum, I think green rose or something like that, these ones. And the pink. In summer, they are green, or they do grow pink in summer, but this is actually the first year that I've seen them pink in winter. Interesting. So now this one's got all these plants here, but anyway, so Francesco Baldi as well, or Staburs, Stradivarius Staburs is a good plant to have in your garden. And that sedum lucidum, oh, look how gorgeous that is, nice and fat. And also the Graptoveria tricolor and the ghost plant. Look how pink the ghost plant are in winter when it's cold. And the Lola, look at the Lola. which is, this is the my Derenciana variety. I like to prefer to call this as Derenciana, by the way, because it came as Lola, but it looks more like a Derenciana. So anyway, so these are, what are you? Elegance, Echeverria elegance, this one, and look at that, nice and fat, one of those Mexican snowball ones, this one, and look, beautiful, big clusters. So again, I can separate them and put them somewhere else and grow them and propagate. So that's the whole idea. And also the freelies, I really want the freelies for the color, but they do get affected by the frost. You can see that. And these ones, what are you? Graptopetalum, the Rumacherea. I just know you as the Rumacherea, or Graptopetalum Ellen. There you go. Gorgeous. They're like marshmallows, fat. So these are the ones that are surviving the garden, along with, I'm trying to do a short video, and here I am doing a long video again. But anyway, so these ones here are the Violet Queen. Oh my goodness, you're so pretty. They're so gorgeous. And Emerald Ripple. So I like to have, see, the pink and the green, and we'll put other colors in it. So maybe I'm gonna separate this Haworthia next year, Cimbriformis, because look how beautiful that is. Gorgeous. Imagine those orange splash or scattered everywhere here where the spots are. Or maybe I could put some Sempervivum, so the hens and chicks, or mothers and chicks. This is Sempervivum here. So they are actually plant and forget for me in the garden. In the pots, they're a bit difficult to grow for me, but in the garden they just grow wild mainly. So now these ones, what are you, are broken off. These are only, they wouldn't have any roots yet, those ones. Okay, I'm gonna pull one out just to show you. It might have, oh, it did rooted. So it's only, I only stuck it there like 6 weeks ago before I left. I've broken it off from somewhere, I can't remember. I think they were the ones that I submerged in water, that the red tips or something like that, and then now I stuck them there, or did I pull them from the corner? I can't remember exactly. But anyway, they're frost hardy, and even in winter they're still growing. Who says that Echeverias are dormant in winter? Not true. I think it all depends on the situation. If they get a little bit of warmth, they will grow. So Pachyveria exotica. Okay, this is powder puff. They are one, I call them Armageddon plants, because they can survive the end of the world and they still survive. I had one plant, and this all came from one plant. All the white ones there, they came from one plant. And then by next year, I still got a whole heap inside. By next year they will double up again, and so on and so forth, and they get scattered. So in here I will thin them out, so it would be good to have them all full, but I am limited with the plants that I have. So even though I do have a lot of plants, you say I have a lot of plants, but they are supposed to go in this garden, and I have a big garden to fill, you can see. That's why I'm only doing this in section, and it's going to take me 10 years, I think, before I could fill this all up. And anyway, the Douglas hut, or this is Douglas hut in the ground, nice and big and going pink, or huts pink. And this is Douglas hut in a pot. So are you getting the idea in my head? I'm thinking maybe I should put them in pots and stick them in the garden. That way they can grow like that color, which is what I'm going to do, by the way. In some of this you can already see I started with those ones, even those ones. That way I can control the growth more. Now in here I've got acacia ponds. So I came here to show you the acacia ponds. These acacia ponds will have millions of babies by next year, because I'm pulling out or thinning out this whole section. These are all acacia ponds. To think it came from one plant. One plant to rule my garden. One plant to grow them all. Anyway, fill them up. Now these ones are Shichikuxi. Those ones there, Echeverria elegans Shichikuxi. And empty spaces because someone has pinched quite a few of them. But anyway, Hope the plants that they stolen from me grow so they don't have to steal anymore. There you go. So now, even, oh, there's some missing again. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm gonna have to redo this. And anyway, I have to split them up. So next year I'm gonna have more. Okay, and I have some growing in the garden inside as well, but they're not as pretty as this. They're all green, the ones I've got growing in the shade. So this cabbage rose, or Echeveria imbricata, is quite large, but I find that they are not as frost hardy as, say, the acacia ponds here or the Shichikuxi over there. So they are in the same league as the blue metal. So this one is a blue metal. In summer that goes all red, but in winter it gets blotchy. See, and some of them do get affected by the frost. But the main thing is they're alive and they will recover. So this one is sort of rotted, but the minute I see that, I can leave it. It's not a problem. But see, half of it is still good and the other half of it is just getting affected by the frost and rotting away. And these ones too. So anything that's sitting on the plant should really be removed, or else it's gonna rot the plant. Or the other ones. This one, look how beautiful that is. This purple delight. Oh. Anyway, or Graptiveria crystal. So this is what it looks like. These are the ones I've actually broken off. These are just babies. These are just, again, I'm gonna say they're probably not rooted yet, but anyway, I'm just gonna remove this. That way, that one's already dead. So you get, because of too much rain and frost, you get some that sort of rots away, but otherwise, considering you start from one plant and the amount that I have now, that's why I'm not having a heart attack every time I see some rotting plants or whatever, because I know they are going to grow. So pretend that my trip was longer. I have to come home because of the COVID lockdown in some states, so we can't really go where we want to go. So anyway, so that's why I only spend a month. Normally I'm away for 3 months, and these plants look after themselves, and those rotted leaves would have stayed. Hang on, the wind is blowing my head away, so I hope this, oh, this is how strong the wind is. 125 kilometers they said today. Anyway, in some parts of New South Wales, and we're in Canberra and we're copying it, I think. Now, anyway, that's it, guys. There's more, and I could talk and talk and talk and rattle on, but oh, what are you? I know you, but I forgot the name. This one was not frost hardy before and has become frost hardy, and it's still in a pot. I'm just growing it in a pot. I forgot the name, but anyway. Elegance, Echeveria elegans, beautiful, one plant, the center, the biggest one, and those are already all babies around it. So I can actually chop that next springtime, or even now. I should really soon. We're still gonna get forecast frost in the next, even I think tomorrow or tomorrow morning we'll have frost again, and have a couple of frosty days this week. But the rest of it, okay, Hercules, you should get Hercules. And also this is Pumila, Echeveria Pumila, Secunda, Echeveria, whatever that they name it. There's 3 names in that plant, but they're all the same. So this imbricata, look how thick that is. Frostbitten, as shown over here. As well, they're all frostbitten, but it's alive! It's alive! So these ones as well. I want to do a border of topsy-turvy. We have to remove the weeds. So there's a lot of maintenance, but it's less maintenance compared to the cottage garden that I used to have. Because before, in my cottage garden, I have to keep trimming things, and I just noticed my ebony. I have to do a lot of spring cleaning always. But these ones, if I do sprinkling, it doesn't matter. They look after themselves. They come back. They get frostbitten. And this is so beautiful. This is same plant in a pot. Francesco Baldi in a pot, and Francesco Baldi in the soil, or the starburst. I can't remember now which is which, but anyway. So I'll just call them, so pot grown and in the ground. So there you go. And that's Huts Pink. And that's it. So my Andromeda. I call you Andromeda because I don't know what your name is, but you look like a big Andromeda, huge plant. This one, this will actually look beautiful as well once I get them going. And there's a root rotting leaf here. But, oh, look at the ghost plant. Oh my goodness, look how beautiful you are. These are the cuttings that I did on one of the video, the ghost plant video that I just broke off from somewhere and stuck them there. Where did I break you from? Doesn't matter. And it's alive, so they're alive. So that's it. No drama, no hassle, no low maintenance. I like low maintenance plants and low maintenance people. I don't like needy people. I don't like needy plants. You have limited needs, and once I give you what you need, that should be okay. No, I spoil my people and I spoil my plants. Anyway, so this one's here now. That's Beni Musami, and look at the color that is coming through. Oh, that is just beautiful. Oh, gorgeous. Anyway, it's starting to rain. I got droplets. That's it, guys. Okay, I'll see you on the next video. Hello. Bye. Okay. Oh, hello. Why am I saying hello? I say hello. Goodbye. Dikia. You're beautiful. I just noticed you. Another Dikia over there. There you go. So anyway, it's cold. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold out here.